Hi, I'm Jose Torres. I'll be the counselor for this session with Kevin as my client and Latisse as the observer. Hello, Kevin. How was your week?
Hey, hey Jose, how you doing? My week's been pretty chaotic, to say the
Pretty
least, I should
chaotic.
say. Yeah.
Well, tell me about your chaotic week.
Oh well, myself and my two youngest kids both started school.
hmm
Uh, they, the one is brand new to it. He's in pre-K. The other is in fourth grade. I am teaching, so we all went back at the same time. A lot of new issues at work were just um being prepared. They threw a bunch of new stuff at us the first week of school, so I wasn't too happy about that. But
hmm
um everything else has just been cakewalk compared to school, let's put it that way. But it's been pretty chaotic trying to get everything together.
hmm Yeah, sounds like a lot of chaos with the role as a father, the role as a teacher. You mentioned they threw a lot of things at you and you weren't happy about it. What did you think about the things that they are trying to make you do?
Well, I will say this, and just I say it jokingly, they can't make me do anything, although I do like my job, so I'm going to do it. Um, no, really, it, a lot of new paperwork, a lot of the same paper or same
hmm
things that we need to do, monthly check-ins, monthly reports, things like that. But it's a new format that we have to learn. It's a
I
new
see.
new new goals, new approach, because we have a new principal and we have a new vice principal. So they, for me, it's hard because I've been there for so long that it's my feet are rooted in
Yeah.
old school, and now they want new things to happen. Um, Not to mention, I got a new student who is just tearing up the class. Doesn't like being there, and it's going to take a minute. What we like to call the honeymoon phase. He is already showing us what his behaviors are like. So there's no honeymoon phase. It wasn't, oh, I'll take it easy and I'll learn things new. It was, here, let me show you how aggressive I can be. And that's
Mm.
just been the week.
So your week was a combination of chaos with they're trying to instill this new approach, and you've also got this overly aggressive student.
Yes.
Sounds like a handful, but Kevin, one of the things I've observed about you throughout these weeks is that in reflecting about some of the times that you're experiencing maybe some feelings of being overwhelmed, you on your own kind of discovered to look at things in a positive way. You've not only have written down and taken notes with negative things, but with positive things as well. So I think that's one of the progress you've made throughout the sessions. What if we were to apply some of that skill that you developed in kind of seeing things through the positive way? What if we were to apply that now?
That would be pretty cool. The positives. I've really tried to trick my brain into really thinking of the more positive things of what's going on. Um, it really the new student, the physical toll is probably the biggest thing. However, him getting to that stage where he thinks that he can create this chaos, um, I appreciate it a little bit more because then now I know what I'm dealing with. So then I always
Mhm,
throw the positive, or I threw the positive out all week. Well, hey, at least he's letting
mhm.
us know who he is now instead of 3 months from now.
Yeah.
You know, um, and just trying to think of those things. But yeah, I would
Mhm,
love to keep doing that or work on that.
mhm. Right. And then you also talked about just this new approach, and I can certainly understand. You've been doing things a certain way for so many years, and now you're supposed to kind of just up and change on a moment's notice. But a positive way to look at it would be you're doing a good job and you've done a good job for a long time, and now it's time to kind of learn maybe like a new method, maybe a way to improve how you do things.
Yeah, and that's really how I'm trying to look at it.
Hmm.
But again, old habits die hard. I could use
Right.
any proverb in there, can't teach an old dog new tricks, all that fun stuff. But the
Hmm.
reality is, you're right. Trying to put a positive twist on it, there's always something that I can learn or be taught. So,
Hmm. Last week, we brought up your support systems. You've told me that a lot of your support, a lot of your family is hundreds of miles away in another state, and all you have right now is your wife that can maybe be some support to you. What can you say about this week and maybe some of the ways that you've used your support system at home with your wife?
um, well, the wife and I have really kind of bounced off each other this week in a good sense, where we've been able to talk, or at least be tolerative of each other.
Mhm.
Uh,
Okay.
we um, I got uh angry about,
Hmm.
I don't know, Saturday or so. No, it was a little earlier than that, last Sunday maybe. Um, and sent the text message that I didn't feel I'd ever want to send. And uh, to be honest with you, I felt better after I sent it, because it was
Hmm.
just being
Hmm.
positive, or being in a mental place where it wasn't hanging over me anymore. I just got rid of it.
Hmm. So you mentioned anger, but you also mentioned that you felt better once you sent the message. So it sounds like you start to feel better once you're able to kind of express yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. I did feel better.
Hmm.
Um, as it turns out, uh, she wasn't really just angry at me, in a sense where I just kind of blew up and wrote the whole message out and said that, I'm angry at X, Y, and Z. This is what's going on between you and I don't like it, or this is how I feel. And again, it was a really long, long text. And when she finally read it, it was, I don't know, half a day had gone by or so. She said, "I'm not ignoring the text message that you sent. There's a lot to kind of decompress from it, and I'll talk to you about certain things when I can." She was also at work, so she couldn't really just say the whole thing. Um, the So she was very understanding of what I had said. Now she has her own issues with it. She's stated that, I disagree with some things, but it's going to happen. We're going to disagree or agree to disagree on certain things.
Hmm. That sounds like some good communication that's been happening, some improvement in that. What can you say about your progress this week? I know it's uh, tough to find the privacy at home to do the mindful breathing. Have you had the chance throughout this week to practice that?
Oh my goodness. No, I mean, it's just utter chaos.
Mm.
I did have, the life of a father is never done. So getting up the boys in the morning, going to work and being a teacher, coming home and being dad again,
Mhm.
and trying to be, husband through the whole thing. Literally decompressing or taking, the deep breathing was 5 minutes before bed, and that's
Mm.
really all it was just, okay,
Mm.
let's rest easy now. The day is over.
Yeah. Okay. Well, 5 minutes before bed is better than nothing, I believe. So as long as
Hmm.
you're continuously practicing that, what about the intervention of writing things down? I know you mentioned it was a chaotic week. You've mentioned some of the few things already. Anything else to discuss on that?
No, the writing itself, is just come commonplace. I've got notes everywhere. I don't really have um, I don't have a central place to put it. Uh, if it's negative, it usually goes into a certain book where I just leave it be. But um, positive affirmation, positive notes, positive things usually are on like a sticky note because I'll have to do it while I'm doing other work. So I write so much with paperwork and curriculum and IEPs that I just, I'll jot it down on the side of a note or something and just put it to the side.
Mhm. Okay, I see. One of the other things I wanted to talk about was about our telehealth or our online sessions and
Hmm.
continuing them, maintaining them. Going off of what you said, I believe it was last session where you wanted to continue and not terminate our sessions. What would you say are some good ways to continue these telehealth sessions?
I wouldn't mind telehealth. Telehealth has always been a
Mhm,
good aspect to use.
mhm,
It would be a little chaotic with the kids. I'd have to find some quiet
mhm,
time or a quiet
mhm.
area in the house to do so. But
Okay,
uh, telehealth is a good idea.
okay. All right, Kevin. For today, I think that'll be it. Just keep practicing the, the techniques. You're improving in your way of thinking, noticing at the positive things, and improving your communication with your support system. Um, Continuously practicing some of the interventions, such as the mindful breathing. So we'll continue our sessions through telehealth. Okay.
That would be great. Thank you so much.
All right, Kevin. See you next time.
Have a good night.